Out for a morning walk here. Well, a lot of people out already. A person walking there, a person on their golf cart there. That's the kind of golf carts we had at Fort Dix, New Jersey. It was a big prison compound, so they gave us golf carts. I like walking. Boy, it's a hot one. It's going to be hotter today than it's been. Hopefully you can hear me well. I got a secret sign from a law enforcement officer somewhere. Now, it's not a law enforcement officer, it's an individual in a Ford Explorer in the colors that law enforcement would use. And just as he passed me, he doesn't realize it. It's independent of his present knowledge. He used his fist to show solidarity with the protest. So again, not only some of the National Guard people or military people, there are law enforcement officers that don't want to be killed, but they understand what the protesters are going through because they have gone through it themselves in their careers and in their lives and in their families. And they trusted God not to kill them. You know, they trust God won't take them, will take someone else. A little bit of a cool breeze, making it feel kind of okay out here. A little warm though. I knew it was going to happen. It's going to intensify the temperature. Well, that's not. Personally, feel that. Just trying to stay away from the roadway because it gets very loud over there. So Satan had me go shopping 3 times yesterday, but again, I trust in the Lord. I wore my mask because that was the last day that I would realize that Tyler, Texas was on the mend with COVID-19. Obviously, we're in a surge right now. Dead in the middle of a surge. I would say those officers shouldn't have came at me like they did 2 weeks ago. Let me there the whole time. It isn't like it's ever gone. They're always screwing up my life. There are people hacking me online, doing all sorts of crazy shit. I mean crazy. They're nuts. And you don't want them touching you spiritually, metaphysically, because they're reprobate mind, they're evil, they're sick. I wonder if this store is a stage store. Looks interesting, but I really don't need anything right now. I can't figure this out. The African American people, like it must be back in again. Who puts me out? How do they put me out of the African American mind? How do they do that? Is there some turncoat African American that gets some evil way increase in their life, and then they say that white man shouldn't be around African Americans at all, he's dangerous. Sorry that I said it like that, but that's just the way it is. It's probably the voice of the person that actually said it. And if you don't know, I will sound like people that have passed on, or people that are around you that have done the things that they do when I use those voices. And African American people speak in my mind all the time right now because I'm hearing from them. They need a voice, and I'm one of those voices. And they're saying, you know, don't worry about it. We know when you're around us exactly who you are and who they are. So the problem is, we don't know if Amazon or Walmart are actually part of it. It could be CIA people that are embedded in there, FBI people that are embedded in there, DHS people that are embedded in there, that are actually illegally altering that community itself to make it look like the entity itself is part of it. And again, we have private investigators that are just a fake corporation, a fake position. They're actually psychological warfare murderers working for the genocide of law enforcement officers and others. Law enforcement officers that eat their gun, a lot of them are victims of the assassination. And there's a wacko thing out there. Again, I showed you the psychology of torture. And that's going to say that the officer killed himself because he was a criminal. I mean, it's just wacko psychology of torture, psychology of murder that they use. And at this point, it's psychology of genocide. It's not an individual race that's being killed, but you're seeing it because that's one of the psychology of tortures that they use. You're black, you're Latino, you're Native American, so therefore some white guy, some black guy, some red guy, some yellow guy, whoever, because it's in every culture, every race, comes at you and kills you. And you know that's the reason, because you can feel it. So, reality being, I get a picture of myself here. Or I wonder how to do that. Let me see if I can. Does it come up on the... I got my shorts on. Stylish with my shorts. See if I can get a good pose there. Well, I'm out exercising. I started my exercise movement as I planned. A little bit later, a few days maybe later than I wanted to. So, I was planning around June 1st, but I decided to wait till like maybe a week or two, and then a week turned into two, and God said it's time. So again, these people aren't pro-law enforcement themselves. And, I'd hate to say it, but Bongino might be part of the law enforcement assassinations. As much as he's pro-law enforcement, he might actually approve of the murder of a law enforcement officer using psychological methods based upon the officers not wanting to be part of that psychological warfare activity. That's most likely what happened to Bruce Scholes of the FBI. If you go to the PPA videos, you'll see Bruce Scholes. His wife sounds like somebody that's crying for help, no matter what she says in it. Even if she physically believes herself, her spirit has questions. And I've been answering those questions for years now. Bruce was murdered by members of the FBI and their task force, as well as these quote-unquote private investigators and intelligence corporations. He was psychologically murdered because he would not become a psychological murderer. That's how it is in their cult. Their government is a cult. Federal, state, and local. And if they're not part of it today, they'll either be part of it tomorrow or they'll be gone. And that might mean death. And again, because they're not means something spiritually. They were cursed to cause them not to be. So they kill you spiritually first. They kill you metaphysically with their demonic ability. They notice the signs that you're quote-unquote slipping. And then they kill you. But they know that they'll get away with it. Because of George Floyd's honest link to Jesus, even though he was engaged in other activity, they couldn't get away with it. See, I'm part of Jesus, George is part of Jesus. They tried to kill us and kill other people. And Jesus launched an attack through us. I'm here on the planet for a specific purpose, to infiltrate the people and see just exactly what it is that these governments are and what they're doing, as well as the people. And I look at the people at times based upon their participation in the execution and assassination of creation. And I've highlighted the fact that most people in church don't want what they call welfare babies. I said, if you don't want welfare babies and you're willing welfare babies not to exist without healing the situation, then you're causing abortion. If they don't want to, a lot of these church people don't want a black person to have more money than them, have a better life than them. So they will all these things, and it comes out in abortion. And in some cases, they're actually willing the out-of-wedlock sex that causes the need for abortion. In that person's mind, at least, that's a need. And the person can't see to keep the baby because they're blind in their mind. And this is what the church is doing. And what all the anti-abortion people are doing. It's called, I call it Munchausen by proxy. They cause the issue and then come along as the saviors of everyone. We see this happening day in and day out on the Twitter, if you can see it. Because everything happens in the spirit first before the physical thing happens. So they can sit there all day and tell you not to have an abortion and can move you to abortion all day long. Whew, interesting walk with this. I've seen people exercise with masks on. I never realized, in the military, yeah, but I never realized that these little masks, they can, well, you know what, it's probably that blue gator. If I take that blue gator off, I'd probably breathe better. But I keep the blue gator on because it's a form of protection. Well, it's supposed to be at least. Now it's a target, I guess. Again, the words that we speak are not empty, although when Satan gets in there, they confuse the inference of the spiritual inference of what you're saying. And the government does that all the time. The government will watch somebody all day long because they curse them all day long, and they get into the inferences of what they're thinking and saying. They possess people to mass shooting and worse. That's who they are. Don't ever think that they're not doing it. Nobody else can do it unless the government approves of it, wills it in some way, shape, or form. And then, of course, we've seen them work out. It's obviously psychologically causing it. Well, it's going to be a thick, hot day. Air's a little thick today, and it's going to be a hot one, I bet. We're going back up in the 90s. I kind of like it in the 80s. So that's kind of the Midwest, Iowa, Wisconsin, maybe up into North Dakota. But I don't know if I'm going. I can't find a place there yet either. Although something showed me another place in Tyler, Texas that I could jump to. They should. The price is well. The price is very low. But it's just, I'd have to get a rental. I guess I could take everything to storage except for, some small, less items. No, I guess not. I have to use, the surge is here, and I wouldn't be able to get a washing machine into that place. So I'd probably out, even though it was kind of offered in a certain way. To say, hey, what about this place? And the surge is here, so probably should be washing your clothes a little more carefully at this point. Where is this vehicle? Where is it? Look at this here one. What's that kind of car? You know, those Ford Flexes. I thought I could turn this around so you can see it. These Ford Flexes, they remind me of like the Nomad wagon of the 50s. They kind of have a sporty look to them, while, you know, having that kind of station wagon flair. That's what Chevy should have did. It should have come out with a wagon and then made the Nomad model, or maybe called it the Nomad. I can keep the Ford Flex. So I keep walking here for a bit. So we do have people in law enforcement that wish the protesters weren't there, but they know that the reason the protesters are there, and I mean, you know, because it's causing rioters, it's causing upheaval, it's condemning law enforcement, but they know the facts. And they have to agree, hey, there's no one of them Ford Flexes. I think I went around the block. That'd be pretty quick to go around the block. Hey, there's one of those Cubes. Is that one of those Cubes? I'm looking at a Nissan Cube, looking at a Ford Flex, looking at a Hummer H3. I was looking at a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Okay, none of them seem to come through yet. When they do this to your life, you just can't walk off the bus. So it has to be correct, or it's going to take the life down and it's going to ruin everything. There's people in law enforcement that, you know, inside, they're not going to speak out on it. They don't want their family attacked by the deep state. But they know what's going on, and they've lost fellow members of the government. I mean, Matt Fogg is kind of, you know, he gets a little extreme at times. But Matt Fogg is somebody that has lost a friend of color in law enforcement and believes he was driven off the road. And you know, it's possible. But also when they're doing this to you, especially if they're drugging you or something like that, driving off the road is a possibility. God's the only person that can keep you alive when you're doing this. And they have to know that. They've got to be willfully ignorant. Absolutely willfully ignorant. But there are people in law enforcement that are accepting of it, as far as in their heart knowing that there is something wrong and people are being killed en masse. Because just because your one friend got killed doesn't mean there's not another 50 down the street that you can't see being killed by the same people. Alright, well, these people, I know what, I mean, if you go and look at the Crunch parking lot, actually I can show it to you, I guess. Let me see if I can get this thing going. Where's that button? I can't see, because remember they cursed me and my screen protector failed? Well, I can't see quite through this to tell you where that button, oh, there's that button. Okay, if you look at the Crunch parking lot, can you see it there? See all those cars? That's COVID-19 waiting to happen. So, again, the number of COVID-19 cases we have around here are probably, well, they're well within that kind of thing. All right. So, obviously, people have went back to work also. I support Crunch. You know, God has told me Leave your dues in Crunch even if you don't get there. You've had a lifetime of gym membership. You should bless other people with that ability. If everybody pulled out of Crunch, it would probably fall and crash. So God say, try to support Crunch. That way other people have what you strove for in your lifetime for people. I heal people with physical fitness healing. So somebody that I'm around, if I notice a fitness problem, I heal them, even though they curse me to be unwell and unfit. I heal others to be well and fit. And I've seen people, I've alluded to how a woman, even though she was bad to me, I just felt that based upon the facts of her life, she should be a fit person because she was putting forth the effort. And all of a sudden, she lost a few pounds. It looked much better, and she did. So, those are tough things. I was looking at another Ford Flex. And I know some of it's happenstance, I told you. But they come through your life with these vehicles, and they curse you. And that starts that process. Again, everything's happening metaphysically, not physically. But there are things that are happening physically. They can't do anything physically if they're not doing it metaphysically first. If they're not cursing you first, then your life's not going to be affected by it at all. So again, all psychological murders are spiritual murders first. So although there is a reason to realize that there's a surge here going on in Dallas, Texas, it's pretty much logical based upon the amount of interaction and the lack of masks and lack of social distancing. And like I said, in reality, it might actually be less of a spread than it was before because we're having more interaction than we did before. But then again, this is probably the biggest single week. So again, I don't know. On that one, it might just be the curse of God, but we'll see. But this may wake people up. I mean, they saw, 4 cases a week, recoveries, and then now they see 40-something cases a week. They might change. Again, that's why you'll find that the government won't tell you certain things during these moments of pandemic because it doesn't help you keep yourself well. So you get Tucker Carlson and everybody else saying the government's lying to you, but I'll say his name right this time. Mr. Fauci knows that if he tells you too many things that make you feel too safe, that he's going to have a surge, and we're going to have a surge, and people are going to die needlessly. So don't expect the government to tell you things all the time to make you feel safer than you need to feel based upon the threat that does exist. You ever wonder how I can speak like that? Walmart's got a steady stream of trucks coming in, so the supply is picking up, and that's another one there. We're going to get increased cases because we have people working, and they're, I'm not saying hi to people, I'm just waving today. There's a lot of people I'm waving to. But we're going to have an increased level of COVID-19 based upon the manufacturing sector. There's things they could do to make it safer, and a lot of bosses do it. A lot of bosses say screw it. And, again, they've got to answer to God for what they did to help their fellow creation. I guess I could walk without a mask, but I do what God tells me. Like, I could have come out 2 weeks ago, but God made that mezuzah on my door look like a seal, like you don't go outside except to shop. But today God said go outside and walk. And he may have set you all up into something, I don't know. Made you believe a lie about your psychology of murder, that you were actually succeeding. Wait, I'm still walking. Woo! Not sure I could. Like, if I would pull that blue gator down, the air would just stream in much better. I probably don't need the blue gator, to tell you the truth. But God tells me to leave it on, so I leave it on. I could slow down, but I'm pressing in up this hill a little bit. Hill up. The other hill. Alright. We're hilling off here a little bit. I'll get on my bicycle pretty soon and take a ride. I guess it wasn't an ulcer, after all. Or the ulcer healed beyond a certain point, I don't know. Because as soon as I stopped taking the Prilosec, it got better. So I'm not sure what it all is. It's still there, but I can feel like my rib cage kind of irritated, so I think it's just some sort of inflammation. Like I said, I started like leaning over my bed and reading my iPad. I didn't feel like laying in the bed, and I didn't feel like standing up, so I kind of leaned over. Now my bed's up real high. I actually have a step stool to get in, but it's not saying much. I'm not real tall, but it is pretty tall. So I may have inflamed my rib cage, which really bites because. But again, that's their blinding of the mind, because I got to heal this long ago. But then again, God knew they were doing that, so they didn't believe a lie about something that they were causing me to be confused about. See, we're going to process God. I mean, God's got a super mind. You're not going to beat God, no matter how many times you go to church, or the church tells you you're okay, or your boss tells you you're okay, or that deep state leaker tells you you're okay. I send a message, I can't be sure. The spirits. Texas is definitely a focus. American flag, Texas flag. So I don't know what flag the leakers are under. Definitely in Texas. Copy both. Who was that? Who's speaking through me? Is it Bob? So Bob's dead, pretty much. And he might not be. Again, the psychic things are so polluted today, it's very hard to be a prophet, figure things. Love waving to people. Tyler, Texas waving, it's like great. Boy. Hey, I don't know what's in that yogurt, but boy, that took me down for a little while. See, they don't just use the psychological methods, they surreptitiously drug you when they catch on to a food that you eat regularly. Now, I bought something recently, you guys are going to have me test that and see if something's in it. So I don't just eat it, I try little pieces of it until it appears to be clear. And then, of course, they can put it in lower doses, but over time I'll notice it anyway. Like I tell you, it affects me and it changes my vision. So I'll just remember to look for that vision change. I think I didn't quite get it right away last time. Boy, it's nice and shady in here. Nice place, I'll tell you. nothing bad with this place. I mean, I wish my apartment wasn't so nasty inside. If I wouldn't have to run the AC, it might be better, but even when the building heats up, so it's got to be something in the walls, probably mold. You wouldn't think it was, because it don't rain that much right now. I thought you were like Louisiana, where it was going to rain all the time. All right. A little bit of a walk there. Well, praise God in all that you do. Don't do anything violent. Give way for God. Give God way and place to be that vengeful God that God can be when they do what they do.